Welcome to the screencast of the best programming, not only in the United States, but of the world for the week of May 26th to June 1st. You'll find nothing better. On Monday, we are not going to have regular class in honor of our veterans that have died for this country. We will have a 9 a.m. class today, and we're going to do our annual Murph. I believe this will be the fourth year we have done it. So if you'll tell your classes about that, we only have, well, if you coach and you're out of class, tell them about it. We'll have several scaled versions. We usually do like either a 20, 30, or 40-minute time cap. You can do any of those, or you can cut the reps in half along with the mile in half. We were able to, it did kind of throw the programming off a little bit as far as our strength work doing Murph today, but I think we'll actually be okay from it. This week, as far as the strength work, we're doing some 1 rep maxes. This is actually not a testing week necessarily, so we're going to test in not next week, but the next. So like that June 7th will be a test for the people doing the powerlifting meet. Then the following week, for everybody that didn't do the powerlifting meet, we'll test. This week is kind of like a test for the test. So you'll get to try bench press and deadlift. And it may be a PR, but probably 2 weeks from now you should be able to do more than what you did today. So I kind of hope that all makes sense. So I kind of rambled there. I've drank a lot of cold brew coffee. If you haven't tried it, you should. Cold brew black. Tamp and Grind has the best that I've found so far. Snatch on Tuesdays, 3 sets of 1 rep. That can be ascending. So they can increase weight each time, but they don't have to. Then we'll do snatch pulls. So I wanted to do snatch pulls on the same day. Just to reiterate to a lot of people how this transfers. I know it's like kind of obvious to a lot of us, but sometimes people that do the snatch and say, now what's a clean pull? They just don't realize that we're practicing these pulls for the other lifts. So put them on the same day, I think will help that. Then we're going to row 500, 100 double unders, 30 kettlebell snatch. The double unders, do double the singles if they need to do that. The rowing is only at the beginning, so if we have a lot of people, just do a staggered start, probably stagger it by 3 minutes, and then 30 kettlebell snatch. It can be alternating arms, but it doesn't have to be. Then let's finish with 60 seconds of L-sits. I think most everybody's doing this, but really stress straight knees. It's better to have straight knees and your feet lower than bent knees and your feet higher. Then we're going to start, we'll be doing every week is muscle ups, rope climbs, and pistols. And I want people to be pushed out of their comfort zone today. So somebody brought up this week that a lot of people just immediately go to the lower progression, so they're not getting any better. Like if you don't have muscle ups, they're immediately saying, I'll just do rope climbs today. Like push them to not do that. Even if they practice muscle ups and don't get a single one today, don't even let them go to rope climbs. Like all the time they would spend on rope climbs, make them practice muscle ups. Now, if they're not even close to muscle ups, yeah, don't do that. But if they're pretty close and they're making progress, force them to practice. Then we'll do the sled pull-throughs and the V-ups, the sled pull-throughs. Remember, that's for hip power. So just show them how, starting in that bottom position and then coming up. Really gets those hips involved. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Started at the bottom, now the whole team's here. That's a Drake reference for some of y'all. Then we'll do 2 sets, 400-meter sprint. Bench press, a lot of guys will like this today. As I mentioned at the first part of this podcast, this is kind of testing a 1 rep max, so yeah, go for it today. But just make them understand that next week is a deload week, and then the next week is really when they should hit a big PR today. So whatever they did today, they can probably increase it by 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Let them know that. Then some push-ups and running. Then we'll end with ring dips and strict pull-ups. Just be sure to set up those boxes with the dumbbells so they can do some stationary dips. On Friday, we're going to do deadlift, 3 sets of 2 reps ascending. A lot of times you can do 2 reps with your 1 rep max on deadlift because that second rep is easier because Louis Simmons says it is. Right after that, we're going to do back squats. This normally would have been done on Monday, but we're doing Murph, and the people that do Murph, I wanted to give them rest from those squats, so I moved it down to Friday. So this would be similar to how a powerlifting meet would be set up. We deadlift first, then we back squat. On those back squats, before we do it, go over spotting or bailing. Either you want somebody that can spot you and like do it like spot correctly. I don't mean just standing there and grabbing the bar. Like get up on that person, on their rib cage with your forearms, and show them how to spot, or make sure the person knows how to bail on a back squat. The 1 rep max back squat, yeah, push it, but if they feel like I have an extra 5 pounds in me that I may or may not can get, encourage them maybe to not go up that next set. A deadlift, if you don't get it, is easy. You just don't get it, you just drop it. A back squat, if you don't get it, there's some technique involved to get out of it. So have them push your back squat, but it may not get to an absolute true 1 rep max, and that's okay. 3 rounds for time of behind the neck thrusters and double unders. This is going to be a brutal workout. It's going to be quick, but it's going to hurt. Behind the neck thrusters is just like it sounds. That bar just stays on your back. So I like this because it forces people to stay in a good position when they're going overhead. If they press it straight up from the bottom of their neck, they're going to be in the perfect position. They're obviously not leaving that bar out in front of them. So again, this is a quick workout. Those thrusters should feel light. You should be going unbroken on each of these rounds, or pretty close to unbroken. If you have to break it up, it should be because of conditioning, not necessarily the weight. Saturday, we're going power snatches and finish with I think it's going to be a pretty fun workout. All right, if you have any questions, just send me an email. I was hoping to fit a few more rap lyrics in there. I only got 1. Hopefully next time we can fill it with some more.